Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football Match Day 16 deadline stream. Just two more to go. This is the second last stream of the season for the Champions League Fantasy. After this, we only have the final two to talk about, and hopefully Arsenal will be there. But let's see how it goes. Ray was here 4 hours early, then 2 hours early, then let's see. Transferring Kane out for Thuram and De Vrij out for Dumfries. Don't know about the last transfers. Both Lewandowski and Martinez are doubtful. So we are going to get the team news. So let's just wait and see who is going to play. 1 minute to go. Yep, 1 minute to go. How are you, Ray? Hope you're doing well. Let me change the color of this. This is better. Nah. Yep. So let's see. Let me check if the team news is out as people join. Let me check. So this is the week that the last match day usually is on a Saturday. Usually it's difficult to do on a stream, and usually everyone's team is almost the same at that point. So this is like the last time to try and cover rank and stuff. Let's see if there's any team news. Barcelona and Inter Milan. Lewandowski starts on the bench. So there's the answer, Ray. Lewandowski is on the bench. So we have Szczesny, Kubasi, Martinez, Ferran, Pedri, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Olmo, De Jong, Garcia, and Gerard Martin. So we have how many? We have. Is there any other striker there? No, Lewandowski is on the bench. So let's wait and see what Inter Milan's team is. Let me check what Inter Milan's team is. No jersey today. No jersey today. Are you transferring Timber to Kivia or rolling with Timber? Timber was training today. He's definitely going to play tomorrow. Ben White has not been fit enough. There's no way you're going to put him up against Kvaratskhelia. So I'm confident Timber will start. Will he finish the game? I don't know. But it depends. He might still go out because if I don't have anything else to do with my team, because Lautaro, let's wait for the Inter Milan team news. So I think Lautaro Martinez will start. There's this team news that came out earlier saying Lautaro Martinez will start. So the Inter Milan team news was Lautaro, Thuram, Di Marco, Dumfries, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, Bastoni, Acerbi, Bishek, and Soma in goal. So Lautaro starts, Timber will probably start, so there's nothing much to do in this team. I still have 2 transfers. It's a tough one. There's no strikers to bring on, really, unless I take out Desiree Doué for someone, but there's no one to bring on here. There's a chance Desiree Doué might not play and they might go with Bakola instead. I don't know. How are you, Johnny? Nice to see you as always. Let's see if the Inter Milan team is completely confirmed. I might still take out Timber to be on the safe side, Ray. Because Kiwi is definitely going to start. How many, let me see, recovery points. How many recovery points has he been picking? Let me see how many recovery points has Kivio been picking. Let's see, Kivio. Oh, yes. Here he is. Let me check his recovery points. 27 ball recoveries. How many did he have against PSG last time? 3 balls recovered, then 4, then 3. That's not a lot. If you compare this to like Saliba, if you check Saliba's ball recoveries, 3, then 5, then 11, then 9. So Saliba definitely recovers the ball more. What about Timber? Timber will play. He's been in training today. 5, then 4, then 7, then 1. Not too much. 3 points, 3 points, 8 points, 8 points. He hasn't really been picking up too many points. Where is Lewis Kelly? Lewis Kelly is I'm thinking of Lewis Kelly. Johnny, right now it's not confidence, it's just hope now. Now it's just like hope that we can do something in the second leg. Good to see you, Arnold. I can hope Lewandowski to come from the bench, but what shall I do with the one transfer? Let me see your team again. Transferring out Kane for Thuram and De Vrij out for Dumfries. Kane for Thuram and then De Vrij for Dumfries. Don't know about the last transfers, but Lewandowski and Martinez are doubtful. Who's the other striker in your team? There's not too many strikers to choose from, to be honest. Ray, there's not too many at all. I don't like banning the transfer. I just like using the transfer. So I'm just going to use the transfer. I might just remove Timber for Lewis Kelly because Lewis Kelly might play more minutes. Timber will start tomorrow, but I might just go for Lewis Kelly. What's up, Sharma? How are you? Would you change Lautaro for Lewandowski? I know he's benched. Nah. If Lautaro starts, you just keep him in the team. Check Twitter. Okay, 34th in your league. Don't know what to do besides Kunde to Dumfries. Okay. Today, captain outfit. Let me check Twitter. I'll check your team, Arnold. Let's see. John, it could be a poor midweek for both of us if both of us go out today and tomorrow. They're saying Inter Milan have not lost a home game in almost 1,000 days. That's a lot. That's a lot of that's years. That's like almost 3 years. Barca for the treble. Shami is a Barcelona fan as well. My prediction for that, I'll show you guys my prediction. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to go to penalties. Beating Inter Milan in 90 minutes or something like that at their place is going to be very difficult. 1,000 days not losing at home is a lot of days. But you guys still have the league to fight for. You still have the Copa del Rey. Lautaro Martinez, Thuram, Lewandowski, bench, Yamal, Rafinha. Okay, so you have... Depending on how the game goes, I'm assuming Lewandowski will come on, Ray. But I don't like banning transfers, but there's not too many other strikers to go for, to be honest. Arsenal don't have a striker. PSG only have Due, really. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Saka, Merino, Kubasi. This is difficult. The PSG players I'd keep. Ray I'd keep, Saliba I'd keep, Saka I'd keep, Dumfries I'd keep, obviously. Kubasi I'd keep. Depends. If the Serie A is going to be starting tomorrow, I think maybe the Serie A can do something in 70 minutes more than Lewandowski will do in 30 minutes. So I guess that's the only thing you can say. You rather just have someone who's going to start. But again, I'm not 100% sure the Serie A is going to start or is going to go for Bacola instead tomorrow. Let's go, says Johnny. Heart attack is this night. Yep. What about us tomorrow, man? Crazy. Now, what do I do? Depends. If you trust Lewandowski to do the 30 minutes and do something, you can go for him. But if you prefer the Serie A, do it tomorrow for like 60 minutes, then that is okay. Let me check your team, Arnold. Leagues. Let's go to everything. Football, 34. I am fourth. I don't know if we can get first. If I had Dumfries last week, I would have been around first or second. Let's see. 34th. I am back. Arnold says he's back. He's doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger. Kunde. So you took out Kunde already? Wait, the team don't know what to do besides Kunde to Dumfries. Okay. So obviously Martinez you keep, Rafinha, Dembele, Yamal, Torres, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Inigo Martinez, Saliba, Raya. Oh yeah, there's literally nothing to do. Now you think right now there's nothing to do, and you go to the final. We are going to have a lot to do because two teams are going to be eliminated, but everyone's team is going to be the same. So the only thing you can do right now is maybe to go for a differential. But if you take out a player who's highly owned and then they do something, it could be a bit of trouble. So you have 5 Barcelona players. So you're going to take out Kunde. So you'll have 4 Barcelona players, you'll have Dumfries, Sommer, Martinez, so you'll have 4 Inter Milan players. You'll have 4 PSG players, and you'll have 3 Arsenal players. So here you have Inigo Martinez as Barcelona defensive cover. That is fine. Having 1, you have 2. I think you've covered every team defensively there. Midfield, there's literally nothing to do, to be honest. Wow, I don't like banning transfers. If I was you, maybe I'd, just maybe change the goalkeeper for the sake of it, even if you remove Raya for Donnarumma, just for the sake of it. But why have I gone here? What the hell have I done? 34th. I clicked on a different team. There's nothing to do in that team, Anil, to be honest. It's I can't see anything to do. It depends on which team you trust as well. You have 4 Barcelona players, and you're going to have 4. You also have 4 PSG players. Which team do you trust? Maybe the only thing you can do is go 5 for one team and 3 for the other team, whichever that you trust more. Now, Inter and Barcelona scored 3 goals last time. I don't think it's going to be another 3-3. Inter Milan don't like conceding goals like that at home. So maybe if you feel like Rafinha and Yamal enough, you take out Torres for someone else like a Çalhanoğlu. Depends where you are. So where you are right now, like 34th, if you want to like at least get to like the top 30 or something, or get into there, you have to have a differential. But there's nothing much to do in your team. That's just the truth. For me, I had a couple of injuries, but most of them are going to end up starting. First time I am in such a dilemma where there is no striker left. It's crazy. We've never had a season like this. I started playing in 2017 UCL fantasy, and this is the first time like we are coming into a semi-final and there's no one to pick in terms of strikers, because in the game, the only strikers Arsenal have are Havertz and Jesus. They're both injured. Barcelona is Lewandowski, the only striker really that plays. He's been injured last week. If you look at Inter Milan, Inter Milan's focus is actually defensively. Their focus is not really on strikers. So it's so crazy. And PSG as well, they don't really play with a striker. They play with those other wingers going forward. So the likes of Gonzalo Ramos are on the bench. If Arsenal goes out, who would you like to win the Champions League? I wouldn't want it to be PSG, to be honest. I don't want. They're just like us. They haven't won this trophy. I wouldn't want us to get eliminated and then they go and win the first trophy for them. I wouldn't want that. So anyone from the other fixture, Inter Milan or Barcelona? Why did Havertz or Jesus get themselves injured in such crucial moments? For Jesus is injury prone. For Havertz, I think we just overplayed him. Havertz literally, even in the Carabao Cup, when we are playing against a Division 2 team and we're 3-0 up, he still comes on. Now that is something we'll need to change next season. We have to change next season. Captain, either Dumfries or Lautaro Martinez. Or Rafinha is always a great captain. So I've captained Rafinha, I think. Let me show you. How many times have I captained Rafinha this season? Semi-final, Rafinha was captain, 16 points. That's 1. Here, I captained Merino, got 20 points. Incredible. I captained Rafinha again here. I got 28 points. That's twice. I captained Rafinha again here. Another 24 points, round of 16 first leg. Again, didn't blank. That's 3 match days in a row. Here I didn't have. This was the playoff. Rafinha was not playing here. Match day 8, did I have Rafinha? I did. He got 8 points. I didn't captain him. I think I had Kane captain on that day. Match day 7, I captained Rafinha again, 32 points. Man, this Rafinha guy has given me points, man. Thank you very much, Johnny, for Rafinha. Thank you very much for Rafinha. For here, I captained Jonathan David, disaster. Match day 3, I captained Gyökeres. I think there's a time Gyökeres scored a hat trick. Was it here? I had Lewandowski captained here, and Rafinha got 14 points. I didn't have him captain, but he got 14 points. And then, so I've captained Rafinha 4 times this season. He's delivered in all 4 of them. And the other weeks where I didn't captain him, he had 14 points here. He had like 10 points elsewhere. And the reasons why I didn't captain him on that day is This was Lewandowski still delivered, but the other day is because the first player who played on the Tuesday delivered and didn't change captaincy. But yeah, Rafinha, every time I've captained him, he has never blanked. So he's still a good option. But in order, I would say Dumfries, Rafinha, Lautaro Martinez. How are you, Alpha? My prediction is technically 3-1 or 4-1 PSG. But I know you're right about PSG beating us, but remember what we were arguing about last week? I told you PSG cannot score 3 or 4 goals against Arsenal. That's my point. We might fail to score because we don't have like good forward players, but I don't think there's a team that is going to come and score 3 or 4 goals against us. Even tomorrow, PSG is not going to beat Arsenal 3-0. It's you know what the sad part would be if that game ends 0-0 and we don't score again. That would be the even more painful. They might still beat us, but if they beat us, it's going to be like 2-1 tomorrow, but not 3 or 4. Johnny says Chesney, Raya, Saliba, Bastoni, Dumfries, Hakimi, Mendes, Saka, Merino. First transfer, Kunde out for Dumfries. So Saliba, Bastoni, Dumfries, Hakimi, Mendes, that is fine for sure. Saka, Merino, Rafinha, Yamal, Dembele, that's also fine. Again, John, this is another team where there's literally nothing to do. Now, I think in the same situation as me, but for me, Timber here, I can take out Timber for a different Arsenal defender or for a different Inter Milan defender because Timber is going to play tomorrow, but I don't know if he's going to play 90 minutes, so I can just take him out and try a DiMarco or someone. The left wing back. But what I don't like about DiMarco is because last week DiMarco gets subbed off early. I don't like that. Let me see, Inter Milan. So we're in the same position, really. Is there anyone else to take out there? No. And I'm assuming you wouldn't have money to take out Due for Lewandowski. Dembele, Yamal, Rafinha. If you trust your team to go into the final, you can add an extra Barcelona player. I mean, do you have Chesney, Rafinha, Yamal? You only have 3 Barcelona players. So if you trust your team to go through, you can add a 4th Barcelona player. But the problem, someone like okay, Ferran Torres, no problem. But someone like a Ferran Torres, I'm assuming is not going to play in the final if you guys go through to there. There's literally nothing else to do. Let's see. Rafinha, of course, best captain. Rafinha is always an amazing captain. And none of those points have come from like penalties or anything now. This is just open play goals, headers from the middle of the pitch. It's crazy. Who will you support in case Inter wins and goes through? Rafinha was giving me points ever since he was in Leeds. Yeah, I remember those days. We actually, Arsenal and Chelsea wanted Rafinha and he decided to go to Barcelona. And those days, I still remember both Arsenal and Chelsea fans saying, Rafinha, a player from Leeds, why? Man, if only people knew. Going with the Yamal captain. Now, if you look at Yamal, let me show you Yamal in my team. Yamal has not been a great fantasy asset. He's a very good player, but he's not explosive. The explosive, the way Aguero used to be explosive, the way Rafinha is explosive, the way Salah is explosive in FPL. Yamal is not going to get you 20 points in one game. It's not possible. But Rafinha can get you 20 points in one game because Yamal is like in fantasy. Yamal is like Odegaard. Odegaard does not get goals or assists, but he'll give the assist before the assist. So he'll pass the ball to Saka. Saka will cross the ball. Someone else will score. But Odegaard will get you 2 points or 1 point every single time. Now, if you check Yamal, I had Yamal from day 1. He got 8 points. That's good. Match day 2, Yamal, he got 3 points. I benched him. Match day 3, Yamal, I had him in my team again, 5 points only. Match day 4, Yamal again, 2 points. There's a time I was actually very frustrated because every other Barcelona player I had was delivering apart from him. Look, Rafinha, 26 points, and then Yamal, 2 points. And he's done this a lot this season. He's a very good player, but in terms of UCL fantasy, captaining him, Sharma, is a bit... he might still score. Again, where's Yamal here? I got frustrated. I took out Yamal for VATs. That's how frustrated I was that week. I didn't have him for match day 5, match day 6. Yeah, I took him out for match day 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, and I didn't bring him back until round of 16. Did I even have him round of 16? I didn't. So I only brought Yamal back. So let me check his total points, actually. Let's go to this. So it's not an explosive asset. 8 points, 3 points, 5 points, 2 points, blank, 8 points, 4 points, 11 points, 1 point, 12 points, 9 points, 2 points, 7 points. So if you go with Yamal, yeah, there's a chance you might get an assist or a goal and you get like 7 points, but there's also a chance that he might get you 3 points, especially after that with that good defense. But again, Shama, this is the semi-final, so a differential is absolutely fine because if you're trying to chase rank, you can go for him as a differential. Watching Yamal taking the Ballon d'Or from Rafinha in real time is crazy. Yeah, that would be interesting for the Barcelona fans. I saw Dembele is in the conversation for Ballon d'Or as well from PSG. That's crazy. Why PSG? No one supports PSG, says Ray. Good idea, Lewandowski for Due. You have the money to do that. I'll stick with Lewandowski, not sure with Due. Yeah, Due might not start tomorrow. They might decide to go with Bacola. I've seen them doing that before, starting Due in one, Bacola in the other. I think it was against Aston Villa or Liverpool. Ezra says, I'm 46 in your league, have problems like Kunde, Timber, wanna go differential. Can you see my team? Yep. Halef for Ajax, Kvar for Napoli, explosive. Yeah, hat tricks, assists, and all that. I'm tempted by going Due to Rafinha and Kvar for Trossard, Kunde. But Due is a striker though, and Rafinha is a midfield, so that is not possible. But Kvar to Trossard, like removing. Let me check your team. I don't think Trossard is going to play tomorrow, unless at knowing Arsenal. I think Merino is back up front tomorrow. I don't think, unless Martinelli is benched and Trossard plays on the left. Have doubled Arsenal defense is a problem though. I don't think it's a problem. As I said, I don't think Arsenal is going to concede 3-4 goals. So you're still going to get your 3 points minimum. But again, I know PSG is a very good team. I'll not be surprised if that game is 2-0 by the 10th minute. But nah, my head is telling me it's going to be 1-1 and we're going to go out. That is what my head is telling me. If Ferran is playing up front, I can just switch Yamal to Ferran. No, I don't like taking Yamal out. I don't like captaining him, but I don't like not having him in the team. Which position are you in Everything Football? Ray, let me know. 57% owned. Wow, that's a lot. Do it to Lewandowski. I'm a Barcelona fan, yeah. Like right now, semi-final, there's no problem with going with the differential that you feel like you want to own. No problem. No, never. Yeah, you're right. Dembele is having the stone of his life. He deserves to be in the conversation. Rafinha, Dembele, Yamal front three could have been crazy if only. I think you also have to include Salah, although they didn't find the Champions League. You also have to include him in the conversation. Like the number of goals and all that is crazy. If Salah wasn't playing for Liverpool this season, they don't win the league. That's how crazy. He's got like 50 or something % of their goals. Bacola played 90, I think Saturday, and Due came in the second half. Okay, so Due might start, but he'll still come off for Bacola. I'm way low, 56. Okay, for me, it's either auto differential Captain Olmo or go with Yamal. Yeah, if you're hunting a differential, no problem. There's not too many options. Let me check your team. Ezra, where did you say you are? 46. Let's check here. Leagues. $46. So last week I dropped in rank from 635 to 701. So I don't want to drop any further. So I wouldn't take out players like Yamal. I want to finish in the top 1K this season. 46th. Okay, so Ezra's team is Thuram, Martinez, Rafinha, Yamal, Dembele, Kunde. So you already took out Kunde, right? So yeah, I'll do Kunde to Dumfries first for sure. Oh, you didn't have any Inter Milan defenders. You only had Sommer. Okay. I think I was the same actually. So I'll take out Kunde for Dumfries, and then I'll take out Trossard. Yeah, I'll take out Trossard. Ezra. He might start, but I don't think he will start. I think since Partey is back, Rice goes back to the 8, and Merino goes back up front. So yeah, Trossard, Kvaratskhelia, that's fine. Then Kunde to Dumfries. And then is there any other transfer you can make? Not really. So the third one, you can only just do a differential. Who are you thinking of taking out? I'm tempted to do it. So you can't take out you can't take out Due for Rafinha. You have both of them. What did you mean by that? Oh, you want to take out Kunde for Inigo? Okay, you're a Barcelona fan. You prefer Inigo Martinez. The way Dumfries played last week, though, oh my goodness. I love players who play like that. Him, Frimpong, Grimaldo, those defenders who can have like 10 shots in a game. I love players like that. So the position that he plays, I think I mean, he's not going to score twice again, probably not, but like having him is just exciting. So if you don't want someone like a Timber, you can take him out for Dumfries if you prefer. If you don't want the double Arsenal defense, as you said, you can take out Timber maybe for Dumfries if you can afford it. Who are you captaining, Yamal? Nope. Guess I have to waste my one transfer. 51st in your league. Balo FC missed a couple of transfer deadlines from a good position. That's usually terrible because I know people might get busy on the day. So what I usually do is if you have like 3 transfers, I try to make at least one. The obvious one, if a player is eliminated or they're going to be suspended, I make 1 or 2 and then I keep one or 2 for the deadline in case. PSG 2, Arsenal 2 are too much goals. You never know. The second leg could be both teams missed chances. Trossard should have scored. Martinelli should have scored. Bacola should have scored. So those would have already been 3 extra goals last week. I'm going to check your team, Sharma. Let me check Ray, 56th. 56th. Chicken wingers. No, Saliba, Hakimi, Kubasi, Chesney. So you took out Kane. Man, I know why you still have Kane. You didn't have enough transfers, but I feel like Kane was eliminated like 3 months ago. I feel like we haven't talked about Kane in the Champions League fantasy for years. So Ray is a Real Madrid fan. He probably doesn't want Barcelona to win it. But you said you already took out De Vrij for Dumfries and you took out Kane. What did you take out Kane for? Let me check here. You took out Kane for Thuram, okay. I'd probably keep Lewandowski, to be honest. You know what I would do for your team, Ray? I'd change Chesney to Sommer. That's the only thing I could do that is different. Although some I think is more highly owned. So it depends on what you're trying to look for. So Chesney is 14%. So in your position, you can go for differentials. What the hell? How many people have Sommer? You don't have Sommer here. Let me see another team. So how many people have Sommer? 19%. Not too big. Depends, right? In your team, because you need maybe a couple of differentials to try and go up in rank at least to the top 50. Mirin is going to play striker tomorrow, so I think you can keep him. Apart from the goalkeeper, Lewandowski, there's no one else you can take out, really, man. Unless you're brave, if you want to keep Chesney, take out Kubasi and bring DiMarco, Bastoni, you double up on Inter Milan's defense. That's the only thing you can do. I don't like banning transfers, though. I just like trying something. 51st in your league, say Sharma. Let me check. 51st. Balo FC. Girassi. What? Oh, yeah, you said you missed the deadline. Oh, my goodness. I was wondering, Girassi, Mbappe, and Kane. Oh, yeah, you definitely missed the deadline, Sharma. Girassi, Mbappe, and Kane. So your transfers are very easy because you already know which players to take out. So you just take out Girassi for Thuram, you take out Mbappe, or you take out the expensive ones first, Kane and Mbappe for Thuram and Lautaro, and then even Girassi for even like a Lewandowski. Oh, you still have Pulisic. How many deadlines did you miss? You're actually still in a good position considering you missed deadlines. That's a very good position to be in because you still have Gatti and De Gregorio. The last time I had De Gregorio was back in September. Theo Hernandez, Pulisic. So, man. So obviously you bring Yamal for Pulisic, you bring Thuram and Lautaro Martinez for Mbappe and Kane. That's what I do. So in your situation, you don't even have to take out Guirassy because there's not too many other strikers to go for. You can deal with the other positions. So you take out those three, and then you take out Theo Hernandez maybe for Dumfries, and then you take out one of the goalkeepers for one of the goalkeepers that you prefer. So that is slightly easier. But sorry, man, missing the deadline is crazy. But yeah, people sometimes forget. Sometimes. Kane won a trophy. I saw that. I saw someone saying this season Kane has ended his curse. He's won a trophy. Tottenham might end their curse. They might win the Europa League. And someone said Arsenal might end up their Champions League curse as well and win the Champions League. I was like, you know what? I like that. And I saw someone saying something. I think it was the troll page. I think someone said something about who's the most famous cricket player in India, Ray? What's his name? I think it's there's a V somewhere and there's a K somewhere. That guy, I heard that he might win a trophy this season as well, right? I heard that he's won trophies with his country, but not with his club. The famous guy. I think he has millions, hundreds of millions of followers on Instagram. I heard that is another curse that could end as well. So maybe this is the season for curses to end. Thuram, so Inigo for Kunde, Dumfries or DeMarco for Timber. I'd go for Dumfries and Trossard to Kvashil. Yep, I like that, Ezra. You can go for that. I can keep Timber and go for Due to Lewandowski. Timber. No, I feel like you need to have Dumfries in your team. Transfer out Dembele for Ferran or any Inter midfielder. Also Kunde to Dumfries and De Vrij to Bastoni, Inigo. I'd go with the home team. I usually prefer the home team, so I'd go with De Vrij to Bastoni, Kunde to Dumfries. Again, depends on who you have as your goalkeeper, Ja. Who do you have as your goalkeeper? If you already have Soma, then I would go for Inigo Martinez. If you have Szczesny, I would go for Bastoni and Dumfries. Transfer Dembele for Ferran or any Inter midfielder. I'd go for Ferran because it's playing. No, actually, yeah, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, Barella. I don't like these options. The Inter Milan's midfielders have never been great options for Champions League, apart from when Çalhanoğlu takes the penalties. Yeah, I'll just go for Ferran Torres because he's playing forward, although he's going to get subbed off for Lewandowski. I think you should stock up on Inter Milan players. Kunde is out and they're already defensively precarious. And Martinez captain and DeMarco captain. So Alpha is trusting in Inter Milan. Got it, Yamal, Donnarumma, and Dumfries did it kind of a hurry. Yeah, Dumfries and Yamal definitely need to get them in the team. Dan Kubasi to Bastoni. Yeah, that's good enough. Dan and Dusty Dress. Danny's Tranfine is off to bed. He is happy with this team. Thank you, Ray, for being here as always. Best Kunde replacement says Alexei. That's Dumfries for sure. Thank you to Ray. That's the guy, Ray. Virat Kohli. That's the guy. I heard he's about to win a trophy, right? That's the guy. I knew he had a V and a K. You see? I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I had that. Even if I don't follow cricket, I do know what goes on in the sport. So I do know that he's about to win a trophy. I had. That's the guy, Sham. I'm playing with no striker. Virat Kohli has a bunch of followers, right? I'm not crazy. I think he has hundreds of millions. I think like the whole India follows him. Virat Kohli. I'm sure he has a bunch of followers. Oh yeah, 271 million. I thought so. I wasn't crazy. He's like amongst the most followed people in the world. No, I don't watch cricket, but I still know what goes on. For example, I don't watch American football, but I know what goes on. I don't watch golf, but I know what goes on. My three sports are football is number one, basketball is number two, and then number three, it's a tie. It's a tie between tennis and rugby sevens. Not just any rugby sevens. But I do know what goes on in rugby 15s. I do know what goes on in darts, although I don't watch. India up in charts. Lots of people love Virat. How popular is cricket in the UK? I don't know, man. I think in the UK they like football. I think I still think it's a bit high because they play, but I don't think it's amongst the top three. I wouldn't think so. No, I'm not at out alpha. Things would have to go very, very wrong. Now, we've not won a trophy for 5 years. That is true. That is terrible. I know that, but things would have to go strong. Like we'd have had to finish like fifth this season, get eliminated in the Champions League very early. Mine is simple: buy strikers in the transfer window, buy wingers in the transfer window, buy forward players in the transfer window, and then we see how next season goes. If next season goes again like this one went, then I might have a different opinion on that alpha. But there's still so many things that still are very good. Although we haven't won the trophy, there's still a lot of things that are very good. We still have like the best defense in the world. We don't concede more than 2 goals in like 3 years. We haven't lost to a big team in like 3 years as well. Like all those good records that we still have. So and yeah, finishing second 3 times in a row is sad, but it also shows that you're not fourth or fifth or eighth like we used to be. And we've the last time we got into a Champions League semi-final was 2009. So I know all that is good, but people want trophies. But yeah, I'm still going to give him next season. But we have a big transfer window. We cannot mess up again. We had a very bad transfer window. We started being linked with Gyökeres and Isaac and Nico Williams, and we ended up with Calafiori is not a bad signing, but he's been injured the whole season. So basically, didn't sign anyone there. We signed Sterling. He hasn't played almost the whole season. So basically, we are only playing with Merino, who we signed. Quite popular in UK, I'm assuming it's their national sport. Is it? Nah, surely it's football. Virat Kohli had a controversy recently for liking almost while being already married. Really? People take Instagram posts so okay. No, that's a bit. Yeah, I know it's a bit all over the place. But you're telling me he can't like a woman's post because he's married? Come on. So you're telling me he needs to get on Instagram and just like boys' posts? It depends, man. Because sometimes on Instagram, I just sometimes just like anything. You'll find me liking something to do with cricket. You'll just find my name there, liking something about someone cooking something I don't even know about. I like something that people speaking German. I don't even know what they're saying. If the video is just a bit funny, I'll just like it. And then maybe in the future, like, oh, what did I like? What's that about? I don't even know what they were saying. Because Instagram, I just sometimes like anything, man. I just scroll. If something is funny, I just like. If I scroll and I find someone knows how to dance, I just scroll past. Last question says Ezra, Pedri, Olmo for super differential or Kvaratskhelia. I mean, we can check that. Let's check that. How many people? I don't know how many people have Olmo. I've not even made my transfers as well. Where is Olmo? Barcelona. I mean, I have Pedri in one of the thumbnails. Is it on this video? I don't even know if I think it's this video. I have Pedri, right? I think I have him on the thumbnail. 10%. And Olmo is. I mean, Olmo is a proper differential 4%. Okay, between those three, if you're to ask me which one I'd go for, Ezra, I would say Pedri, Kvara, and then Olmo. Those three in order. Trust the process. I feel like it's one more season, though. I feel like next season, if things don't go well, it's going to be, a tough one, because that's when I start thinking, oh my goodness, Saliba is going to join Ray's team. you're starting to think, okay, Odegaard is about to leave now, Trossard is old now, Partey is old now, so you're going to start rebuilding again. And usually have like 3-4 seasons at the top, and then you'll have maybe one poor season, and then maybe hopefully you come back. So that's the time you need to win trophies. So tough one, man. Talking about transfers, we are targeting Saliba. I saw that. He's not going to join you this season, though. But next season, if it goes badly again, I can't be sure. Is Timber for sure going to start? Yeah. Ben White played very poorly on the weekend. There's no way he's going to be played against Kvaratskhelia. How are you, Ayomide? Hello, my team is Lotaro. Are you the Ayomide that is very high on the league? Am I crazy? No, that is Ayodele. Okay. I was close, though. Both start with A. My team is Lautaro, Due, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Yamal, Dembele, Saka, Bakola. Thoughts on Lewandowski, Thuram, Kunde, Dumfries, and Bakola to Kvara. Thoughts on Lewandowski to Thuram, Kunde to Dumfries, Bakola to Kvara. Yeah, I'd do that. Those are 3 good transfers. I'll do that. Those are easy ones because Kunde is injured, Lewandowski is on the bench. You don't have Thuram. Bakola is probably going to start on the bench. You don't have Kvara. That's fair. I don't agree with you, but that's it. Did you have the same argument for Emre Patience? Now, for Emre, how many seasons was he at Arsenal? 2018. Following Wenger was always going to be so hard. But the thing with Emre and Arteta, Arteta doesn't really lose games. You don't like lose week in, week out. You draw a lot of games, but you don't like lose today and then lose next week and then lose the following week. Now, there's a time when it came to Emre around 2019, before he left, we were losing every single week. We were conceding 3 goals, 4 goals every game. That is different. That's what I'm saying. Right now, situation is different. Like when you lose, you're losing 1-0 and, you're still having a good game. We know what the problem is. Most of the games that we've drawn this season is because Havertz has thrown chances. It's because Jesus has thrown chances. It's because Trossard has thrown chances. So that's what I'm saying. If we get a striker next season, and then you still have the same problem, and then you still don't get over the line in any competition, then that's a problem. The problem that I have with Arteta, though, is FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We get eliminated too early most of the years, so that is the thing that I don't like at all. No, you can still join it. The link is in the description, I think. I can even just put it in the... Let me put it in the chat right now. Do you have a league code? What? How do you... No. How do I copy paste this? I invite friends. There you go. Okay, so I'm putting it in the chat. You can join because when you join, it's not just for this season. It's also for next season. You automatically join next season as well. So there's the link. Let's see. Have I missed any questions? No, it wasn't 1 rough patch. It was 2. He started very well. We went on a very good unbeaten run. We got to a Europa League final. But you see that part where you're going to the Europa League final at the end of his first season, we lost so many Premier League games with 3-2 nil leads. We were losing to every single team, and then we didn't win the cup. And then going into next season, that form carried on. We started losing every single game in August, September, October, conceding a bunch of goals. Now, maybe should have had more time, yes, but now the thing that what gave us a couple of years is because he came in and won the FA Cup right away. That is the truth. That gave him time. That is why Arteta didn't get sacked in the first 2 years, because he had won the FA Cup. If he had not won the FA Cup, I think he would have gone, because he also had a very, very bad run when we lost. Like we won like 1 game out of 10 or something. But because he had won the FA Cup, people just gave him time. I think next season is big, though, Alpha. I know Paul always say Arsenal say next season, but I think next season is really next season. If next season goes badly again, I think it might be over. I'll catch you. No problem, Ray. Is it next week? It's not next week. The Champions League is far. The Champions League final is like at the end of May, right? Yeah, it's far. Yakutsi team. Any tips besides Kunde? 123rd. Okay. No, I didn't miss. I've seen them. 31st May. Yeah, that's far. That's like 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks from now. No, I didn't miss it. I've seen you, man. Yeah. 123rd. Okay, let me take this one and then I make my transfers. Cantona Kick. Someone is called Cantona Kick. What's your team name? Yakutsi team. Yakutsi do fight AI, this one. So you're thinking of any tips besides Kunde to Dumfries? Oh my goodness, you're in the same situation as all of us. There's nothing to do in this team. You already have Bastoni, you already have Chesney, Raya, Saka, Saliba, Thuram. Literally, there's nothing to do again in this team. Yakutsi. Nothing at all. I can't see anything that you can do here. Strikers, there's no strikers to choose from. The only one that you can do is Desire Due to Lewandowski and hope that he comes on today. But that is not a guarantee as well. There's literally nothing else you can do. The only thing, maybe you can try Bastoni to a wing back in DiMarco, but DiMarco usually gets subbed off, so that is also not that great. And maybe the other one you can do is to change a goalkeeper, maybe change Raya to Donnarumma or Chesney to Soma, whichever team that you trust more. Apart from that, again, there's nothing else to do. You're in the same position as me. I literally do not know what to do with my team. But so let me see what I'm going to do. Dumfries, Rafinha, Thuram. I don't have any Barcelona defenders. Let me check. I'm thinking Lewis Kelly last week could have had an assist. He created a couple of chances that we missed. Let me see. Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly gets into midfield a lot, so that is why I like him. 2 points. Calafiori is back as well. Don't know if that is going to affect Lewis Kelly. But these ball recoveries are not great, man. 2 ball recoveries, 3. He's gotten a few assists here and there, though. So Timber is going to play, but I'm going to take out Timber. I'm going to take out Timber for Lewis Kelly. Should I do Lewis Kelly? I already have 3 Arsenal defenders. I don't know anyone else I can take out. Soma, Raya, Saliba, Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, Saka, Merino. Should I take out Desire Due? Do I think Barcelona definitely going to be in the final? I don't want to go too many players from one team if both of them get eliminated. So I wanted the balance. So let's say if it's Inter Milan versus PSG in the final, how many players will I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 5 transfers. That is fine. I'll have like 13 players if everyone is fit. Let's say it's Inter Milan against Arsenal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same. So if I have Inter Milan and Arsenal as well, it's going to be 9 players because Raya as well. Okay. If it's Barcelona against PSG, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 2 Barcelona players. God. Oh yeah, if Barcelona and PSG make the final, I don't have enough players. I'll have, if I make all the transfers, I'll have exactly 11 players. And what if it's Barcelona, Arsenal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, if it's Barcelona against PSG in the final, I won't have enough players. Should I go for a Barcelona player? I don't know. I feel like 5 Arsenal players is quite a lot. But Saka is never one player that I think about taking out. Lewandowski. You know what I'm going to do? Do I have enough money for Due to Lewandowski? I think so. So, Johnny, I'm going to go with Lewandowski, and then I'm going to hope that Lewandowski comes on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Due out, Lewandowski in. My team is ready. Those are the 3 transfers I've decided to make. Timber out, Lewis Kelly in. Due out, Lewandowski in. There you go. Those are my transfers. Lewandowski gets into the starting lineup. Sabin, Dembele, confirm. I'm captaining Dumfries. So yeah, I'm hoping Lewandowski comes in and does something. Yeah, that's what I've done. So those are my 3 transfers. Let me confirm them here. Kunde out. Kunde. Timber. I know, and Timber is going to start tomorrow, but I've just taken him out for something different. Timber out and Due out. Dumfries in. Lewis Kelly and Lewandowski. Especially if that game goes to extra time, as I'm predicting, then that means an extra 30 minutes for Lewandowski. So let's just hope that is the case. So, yep, 3 transfers made, not 1. Yeah, there wasn't too many transfers to do this time. Usually there's a lot of players to pick from when you have limitless and all that, but today there wasn't too many players to pick from at all. So my team is ready. Today I have Thuram, Martinez, Dumfries, Sommer. So 4 Inter Milan players, 3 Barcelona players. I'm happy with that. Let's see how it goes. My prediction, let me show you guys my prediction. Nah, my prediction is 1-1 for PSG. Arsenal, I just went for 2-1 because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm predicting 1-1 really. I just went for 2-1 just for the sake of it. So, Barcelona to score first. Wow, Johnny, I'm backing your team here. Will there be a goal in the first half? Yes. Will Yamal score? No. Will Inter keep a clean sheet? No. Will this match go to extra time? Yes, I've predicted this match will go to extra time. Okay. For Arsenal, I've gone for which team will score first? Arsenal, halftime, 1-1. Will there be a goal in the second half? Yes. Will Kvaratskhelia score? No, he'll probably assist or something. Will there be a penalty shootout? Yes, I've gone for Arsenal PSG penalty shootout. Pfft. That will be even more scary. If you went to penalties, man, I'll be sick. 15 minutes to go for the deadline. Check the last comments. 31st May. Alpha says that during that top 4 run had a bad patch too. That was 2021, 22. Lost top 4 to Tottenham. I don't think he just enjoyed the idea of no. I don't just enjoy it. We have competed for the trophy twice last season. It's not like we've finished it. I said the things would have to get very bad for me to be at it out. I don't see the need of starting afresh again because there's no guarantee a new manager will come and then we'll be finishing number 2. A new manager will come and you might finish 4 or 5. And then what's next after that? You suck, get another manager and then bring another one. No, for me, there's one thing that we've not done yet, and that is to sign forward players. We sign forward players this transfer window, and then if we do poorly next season again, then the other thing that you've not done is to change the manager. Then after next season, we can talk about that. How many transfers will be able to change in the final? 5. Check out Due Lewandowski. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to you too, Johnny. I'm sure it's 5. Let's just confirm. I'm sure it's 5. Read the rules. Transfers. Yep, before final 5. So you'll be able to field at least 11 players in the final. And yeah, for the Fire, I don't think it's too much of a headache unless people get injured, because we'll see the team news and then you'll just bring on the players who are going to play. Good luck to you guys as well. So, yep, Dumfries is my captain. Did I miss anything? I just joined. Good luck. Thank you, Yomide. How many do we have now in the league? I think it's now 299 after 290. We are missing one person. If one person joins the league, we're going to get to 300 people. So the link is in the chat. Brentford cooked United. You just say that, Johnny. That is the game that is on TV. Just listen. That is the game that is on TV somehow. You just say that, and that is the game that is on TV. That's the game that is on TV. That's crazy. You actually just guessed the game that is on TV. I don't know why it's on TV. I just put this channel by mistake. What a save. I didn't see that, but... So, yeah. That is it for this match day. Happy with the team. Let's hope Lewandowski comes on. It could be anyone in the final. I've seen people saying, I think actually most people are saying Inter Milan against PSG in the final. I think I saw like 30% are saying Inter Milan PSG final. I think like 25% are saying Barcelona PSG. And then I think around 15% are saying Arsenal Inter. I think the one that is predicted least is Arsenal Barcelona final. And that is the one that was predicted most at the beginning of before the semi-final. I see Argument is that I was back much more than Emery. Yeah, that's true. He only got one window rest that had his whole squad, so eventually started competing. Yeah, I guess maybe when they sacked Emery as well, it is a lot of pressure from the fans. I think people are still kind of used to... I think if it was the opposite, I think if Arteta replaced Wenger, maybe Arteta would have been sacked quickly as well, and then Emery would have had more time. I just think the one who's going to follow Wenger is going to be very bad. And on top of that, there's a lot of other things going on with Emery. The way people are joking a lot about, him saying good evening and all that. And he was talking about players not respecting him and all that. So I don't even think he was enjoying being at Arsenal at that point. So, and maybe there's a bit of also... a bit of love from the board because he played for Arsenal. Maybe there's that as well. So I think it's 50-50 objectively as a Barcelona fan, 40-60 for Barcelona. Yeah. Now my honest prediction, John, is it's going to be Inter Milan against PSG in the final. Let's hope it's the two of us, and then we'll be celebrating in the deadline stream before the final. Let's hope that is the case. But and again, I do think that if it's Inter Milan against PSG in the final, I think Inter Milan win. If it's Inter Milan against Arsenal, I think Arsenal have a chance. If it's Arsenal against Barcelona, I think Barcelona win. If Barcelona against PSG, I think PSG win. So it's funny. My predictions are just funny. I think whoever someone faces. I had to go before you answered my question earlier. Who is the best Kunde replacement? Dumfries. That's why I think the club want another Wenger in his latter years. Yeah, and Alpha, if Arsenal win the Champions League this season, Arsenal win a title next season, he's not going to leave anytime soon. There's another like 4 years there. But if he does, and the fact that they've brought Andrea Berta, the new director from Atletico, he's already working with Arteta. They're not going to sack the manager this season. He's already working with him to bring new players. But if they bring... I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not an Arteta fan at the end of the day. But if they bring a striker and forward players and you end up signing Gyökeres or Isaac, and then we still struggle to put our teams, yeah, then at that point we have to be honest. So, but there's so many games this season I look at, I'm like, we have had chances. Like, for example, a game like West Ham at home, that is a game we should have won. Brighton at home, that is a game we should have won with 3 chances away. Liverpool at home, that is a game we should have won 3 chances. Like, so when you already have Dumfries, DiMarco, and PSG fullbacks, you already have Dumfries and PSG fullbacks. Okay, so you're taking... Okay, so if you're taking out Kunde, then if you already have that, then 2 options. Either you go for Saliba from Arsenal or you go for Inigo Martinez from Barcelona. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, Alpha. I want Gyökeres for Barcelona too. Is Lewandowski leaving though? Oh, Gyökeres has to be an Arsenal signing. We have to. We cannot miss out on him. We cannot allow that at all. Had Dumfries last time be going 4,000 to 2,000. Yeah, I mean, Dumfries was incredible last week. You see, Johnny, you guys have Rafinha who can score. Yamal who can score. We don't have that, man. Trossard doesn't score enough goals. Martinelli doesn't score enough goals. Odegaard doesn't score enough goals. So you guys have Torres who scored like 20 goals this. Us, we don't have that at all. So for us, we just simply have to get a striker. And again, this is on Alpha. The injuries, man, the injuries this season have been crazy. And we're in such a bad position where Partey misses a game and then we have to switch the whole team around. We have to play, we have to move Rice to the 6, and then we have to move Merino back from striker to midfield, which means the squad is not well planned. Whoever, all of them, him, Edu, and the rest of the board, they planned this season very poorly, very poorly. Because when one player gets injured, we're in trouble. So next season, that's when now they need to buy like 6 players in the summer transfer window, buy forward players, and then we see what happens next season. This season has been terrible. The Premier League season this time has been terrible. I cannot lie to you. It's been, I think I've only enjoyed like 5 games, maybe Arsenal, Man City, West Ham, Arsenal, Nottingham, maybe Arsenal, Wolves at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I've not enjoyed the rest of the Premier League. The Champions League has been good. The Carabao Cup, we got to the semi-final, enjoyed seeing Jesus scoring a hat-trick and all that, but yeah, we need something to push us to the final in such competitions. But yeah, what can't happen next season again, Alpha, is Arsenal go out again of the Carabao Cup early and FA Cup early. That cannot happen again. I'll give Gyökeres, will sign Williams maybe. Yeah, you can sign Williams, no problem. I think wingers, there's other players like Lookman, and I had Gittens is leaving Dortmund. So there's other players you can go for. Even players like Mbuemo from Brentford, those are good players. Lewis Kelly is going to start. Oh, 100%. No one is going to. Lewis Kelly is our best player right now. He's the only player. Him and Rice are the only players who can actually pick up the ball and cover some ground with it. No one else. Calafiori is back. He might come on in the game. But thank you guys for being here as always. Let's go watch the game and see what happens. If Dumfries doesn't score today, tomorrow is probably going to be either Dembele or Saka captain. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.